Today we're talking about synchronicities, the language of the universe, one of the languages of the universe. What it is, what it means for you, how you can spot the synchronicities, pick it up. Please stay till the end if you want to get the full benefit from this discussion. Hello, Muse Mystic and Master Manifestor, and I'm dedicated to bring you guidance and knowledge so that you can create the life that you truly desire. I first want to put on some sage. I always burn sage, white sage, when I paint, and I burn sage when I do my videos. It's cleansing, but I also just love the smell. So it is actually quite important for us to have certain, not important, but it is actually wonderful if you have certain rituals that can calm you, or that you really enjoy, where you know that is a space where you connect with the universe and where you can be still. So synchronicities are things that happens where you can see something that happens that are the same as something that happened another time. So it's like connecting the dots, like this happened and then this happened, and it reminds you, the one thing reminds you of the other thing. Many people might pick it up and say, oh, that's so strange, and then they go on with their day. But synchronicities are actually ways that the universe talk to us. It can be through symbols, it can be through persons that you will meet at a certain time that you didn't expect. Often you will hear people say, oh, I saw these numbers, and these numbers are angel numbers, meaning something specific, and that is the way they can be guided. But I want to talk to you about your consciousness. When you start to spiritually wake up, or when you are awakened, well, I can describe it like your senses are heightened. So you will start to notice more things, and more things will have meaning for you. So it's actually like waking up in a wonderland, because things that you previously just saw as mundane things, or you didn't give any attention to it, will now start to catch your attention. But you must also practice it. You must learn how to become aware of how to take notice of the things that happen to you, of the things that you hear, of the things that you see. You will start to notice so many things that you didn't notice before. And with that, you will start to connect the dots. You will start to see that these are signs from the universe. It can guide you towards your manifestation. My mentor, Master Sri Arkashna, always says that there are many doors that you will have to open before you get to the door that you think, this is the one where my manifestation is fully expressed or fully experienced. So often these doors, the synchronicities lead us to open a certain door, because we see things pointing to that like arrows. When we start to see synchronicities, it is often a sign that our manifestation is close by, the realization of that. So it's like showing us that we're on the right path. It's almost like an encouragement from the universe that we are supported, and that our manifestations are very close and on its way. So there are different levels of consciousness, but there is a level of consciousness that is, it's more than just cognitive understanding. There is a level of awareness of understanding that is of a higher vibration. Initially, one might start to just see the small thing. Later on, you become aware of the energy that are contained in certain objects. You will start to recognize the energies, and then you'll start to become much more aware of how the spirit world is there all the time as part of our reality, but not all people can see or feel it or acknowledge it. It is almost like, you know, that it is said you can't see a fairy if you don't believe in it. Only children see fairies. That's the same. If you don't believe that there is meaning, that there is a higher power that communicates with you and are connected with you, and that other people are also connected to this consciousness with you, it will be quite difficult to hear what the universe wants to communicate with you. But I'm going to give you two examples, and you can make of it what you want. That happened to me. That might give you an idea of what I mean when I talk about higher consciousness. I'm sure there are people who will think it's only a coincidence, but a coincidence when things happen are not. It's things that coincide. So it's things that happens and comes together, which mirrors all the connections that actually is part of the whole creation. So you will see that I have glitter on my skin. It's because I was dancing this morning with my dance partner. We gave performance at a dance art music school, a belly dance performance with wings, one of my favorite props. It's, yeah, Isis wings. Those of you who know belly dance will know what it is. It's so beautiful. It's so wonderful to dance with that. Anyway, I was going out with my friends and the other night, and I was talking to them. I don't know how the subject came about, and I was saying that I became aware. I was telling my mother that we must always look where we step when we walk, and I was talking about also when I went on a short hike, that I also realized I must appreciate my body and take care of it by not just running when I almost run when there's a path, but I must see where I step. And it was quite a metaphor for me even at that stage. But later that night I was walking with my one friend from a shop. It was quite dark. It was the pavement suddenly gave way under my foot because there was a very steep slope that I didn't see, and I fell and hurt my ankle, but luckily not too bad, and a bit of bruising on my arm and things like that. That was 2 days before now this dance show. This is what I mean with synchronicities also. So I was talking about this, and not long after, say 2 hours later, I didn't practice what I preached, and I fell, and it was immediately the thought came up of what I said before. So you will find, depending on where you are in your journey, what you're learning, what is necessary in that time of your life, or the space where you are in spiritually, personally, that the synchronicities will happen for you to give you answers and to help you expand in knowledge and grow. So now I want to talk to you about something, another experience that I had, which is much more subtle. So what happened to me the other night, I was not alone. I was with my son, who also understand the spiritual world, and who is awakened. So we were walking on the beach. Now what happens is that usually it has happened many times before when I walked on the beach. Now that is at night, that I would see black dog, a person with a black dog, and it's far away in the distance. So the beach is totally empty. There's no other people, but I might see a man with a black dog, or just see a black dog. It was always, it really happens quite a lot, and at the one spot that I see it. And then I realized that the dog is the protector. It's actually protecting things from entering that space, the space where I was actually where I go to meditate. Even if nobody else believes it, you will know when something is communicated to you. You will know it intuitively, especially if you have cleared things that block you from being able to see more clearly the things from the spiritual realms. So when I went to the beach with my son that night, it was about 3 nights ago or so, it was actually the day after I fell, because I find the ocean very healing. So I was putting my sore ankle in the ocean, and I was walking, and there was a person that appeared after a while with a hoodie, and he was like just a dark figure that I couldn't make out what he was doing. He had and then later I saw that he was nearing us, and he had a stick, and I thought he was just getting mussels from the ocean, you know, live mussels, but then he was starting to stab sand as if he was angry. And initially I started walking faster, and my son picked it up, said, "Why are you walking so fast?" And then he said to me, basically made me aware that we are very powerful, so we shouldn't be afraid of, you know, we shouldn't be afraid. And I immediately changed my mindset, thinking that the vibration that I give out will be picked up, and the same vibration will be given back to me. So I changed what I sent out, the energy that I sent out. I just changed to acceptance and allowance, and I carried on walking with my son. And this person was in the vicinity for a very long time, but didn't then come closer. But before I could, just after I made that mind shift, out of nowhere, and you know, there's almost never people on the beach at that time of night. There was a couple, and they had a small black dog, a little cute miniature poodle, you know, the black ones that you can shave, that it looks very dainty. I bowed down and I started talking to the dog and was giving it love, and it was just licking my hands, and then it went away with its owners. And then I immediately realized that this was actually reminded me of the black dog that I see as a protector, and the universe was just giving me this little friendly, small, cute black dog to remind me that this is all the protection even that you needed. You did not need protection. You did not need to be afraid. So this is a long story, but why I'm telling this to you is I might just as well not have made that connection. I might just have thought nothing of it. But if I did that, I would not have the experience that I had, and I would not have had that sense of a connection with the universe. So you will become more and more aware of the energies as you grow in consciousness, and you will be able to communicate and to interpret what is said to you through them. It will be unique to your situation. So you don't have to be like somebody else or follow what they do or what happened to them. Just be open, be connected with your higher self, connect with the universe. Practice to witness things, to not immediately react to something or make it off as just coincidences, but truly intuitively learn to interpret these signs and signals and synchronicities. So the wonderful thing was, after we walked and we went back to the car, we stood still looking at Venus, looking at the night sky, and I was saying to my son that, you know, I see everything. That was what I was saying. And he agreed. He said to me, yes. And I told him about that, the things that happened in my communication with Source. And he told me of his experience, what it meant to him. And it was something different, and it was beautiful, because he also had a very, very powerful and meaningful experience because of this person that appeared. But it was totally different than mine. It fit into his reality. But after we said that, I was standing there and I was saying, I couldn't believe it, because then I saw this shooting star, but it was so bright when it happened, and it stayed bright for long, and it disappeared. And my son, actually, he was standing with his back to it happening, but he saw the brightness, sudden brightness. He turned around and he saw the star as it was going in the night sky, as it was burning out how many light years ago. And we were like, oh, we just said, we see the language, we see the signs, we see the communication. And it was just like some little present that the universe gave us with this beautiful shooting star. I was standing there thinking, I was just amazed. I couldn't even, I was like, should one make a wish now? But it was like a confirmation. It was like a little star on the forehead saying, you're doing well. So if you enjoyed today's video, if you got any value from it, if it made you frown or smile, please put a like and subscribe if you have not yet, if you find this content something that you would like to get more of. And as always, I'm sending you from my heart infinite love. Till I speak to you again. Goodbye.